All right, class, I'm going to try to redo this practice final as quickly as possible while providing as much detail as possible. So my goal is to recreate this house on Revit. So we notice a floor plan, we notice a area plan, and then a couple schedules. The final is going to include a couple more objects than these, but just be prepared with these minimum kind of expectations. So let's get going and see how quickly I could do this. I have about 8 minutes before this video runs out for free, so let's go ahead and get going. So I'm going to create an architectural template first and make it a project. All right. So first thing to note is that there's 6-inch generic walls throughout, and we notice the dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on trying to recreate this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to select my wall, and I'm going to make it a 6-inch wall right off the bat. No point in going back later and changing it. Might as well get it done now. So I'm going to, first of all, just create the basic shape. Cool. So 11, 15, 8, 17. 11, 15, 8, 17. Okay. So how do I go about this? So you're going to click on a wall. You're going to go ahead and change it. But you'll note that the witness line is to the inside. So I'm going to scroll through till I'm on the outside. Then I think this was 11. Now I'm going to annotate it, and then now that I have it annotated, I'm going to lock it in place. I'm going to do the same with this wall. So I'm going to move the witness lines to the outside. There we go. This was 15. So I'm going to make it 15. I'm going to annotate it, and I'm going to lock it in place. And actually what I'm going to do is, sure, that's good. I'm going to move it out for now. I don't want it that far out, but oh, I just realized something. That was not 15 correctly. I had it to the wrong witness line. There we go. That's 15. I gotta remove the constraint because I had locked it earlier, which means I have to delete that. Okay, that's 15. Now I can annotate it. Now I can lock it in place. My time's running out, so I better start moving a lot quicker than what I am right now. Okay, I'll go back and do that later. All right, so we're good there. Now I'm going to start worrying about this. So what do we have? 8 and 17. Okay, so I'm going to move this till the witness line is out. Move it till the witness line is in. Yep, that's the right spot. I'm going to go ahead and change that to my 8. I'm going to go ahead and annotate it. And then lastly, I'm going to lock it in place. I'll do the same thing with this wall. And that was 17. You'll notice how quick it is to do these dimensions when you just use this button. Again, I'm scrolling through my witness lines. And 17. There we go. I'm locking it. And we're good. So now I can go ahead and start moving these into position, make it look more the way I wanted it to. Didn't love the look of it before. So that's a little better. Now if I wanted to get that outside one, I could go ahead and annotate it with align dimensions to the wall faces and go from there to there and lock my dimensions if I want, but since I locked the other ones, that shouldn't be an issue. 26, 25, cool. I got my dimensions. So now I'm going to make this area plan. I'm going to tag the room, and I'm going to go ahead and make the schedules as quickly as possible. Let's see how much time I got. So area plan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to architecture. I'm going to create an area plan. In this one, I did the rentable area, but I mentioned for the final, I'm going to do it the gross building. So let's go ahead and stick with that. Might as well just show that since that's what I'm going to use. That looks good. If this 530 doesn't show, it's because you haven't tagged the area. So you just go to area and then tag it. That's all you do. Since it's already there, I'm not going to do it again, but that's what you would do if it didn't show off by default. Other important things to do here is 1/8 to 1 foot, but my scale on this is 3/16 to 1. If I change it to 3/16 to 1, which is there, you'll notice the dimension's really small. So if you want to change the text size, I changed it to 1/4 inch. I'm going to go ahead and edit type, and I'm going to duplicate this text. I'm going to call it 1/4 inch. You don't want to ever name it something the same size because then it's confusing for you later on. So don't call it 3/32. So I'm going to create a new size, and I'm going to make the text size 1/4 inch. Cool. So now I can go ahead and select all the dimensions by holding the control at the same time. Change them all to 1/4 inch. There we go. I'm almost done here. Now it's about making the schedules. You'll see how quick this is. New schedule. What did I have? I had a door schedule and a window schedule. So let's go to our window schedule. And then I'd have to add the columns of what I'm hoping to create. So it's frame room number, height, width, family. So let's see, frame room, height. Oh man, I'm like blind right now. There we go. Height. I think I had width. What else did I have on there? Family. And then I think I had from room number. Okay. So that must be in project information. No, maybe not. From room number. There it is. It's in a different column. I could sort it, or actually I can move it up in the order I wanted it to. So it went from room number, height, width, family. Yep. I'll sort it by from room number. Click it. I don't have any windows, so obviously it's going to be blank. I'm going to end up doing the same for the door. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to tag the room. I'm going to call this the, what did I call it? Drama room. Running out of time here, folks. But hopefully you get the schedule. And then I'm going to create a new sheet. I'm going to make it 11 by 17 by loading my title block. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in my room, my floor plan. What did it do? Oh, there we go. So you'll note that obviously my view window is massive. That's no good. That means my viewport's probably way down there. Yep. So I got to go to my level. I got to mess around with the crop region. I got to definitely limit the amount of the crop region to just what I want. Probably should have done this before I brought it in, but that's okay. It's because I started with a much bigger room. Oh, a little more out. There we go. I'm going to hide the crop region. Go back to my sheet. And got to move this viewport in just by moving it in. If I want to narrow this viewport, it's kind of random. You have to click on the top, that bubble pops up, and then you could lower it in. Cool. Obviously, I need to take care of some minor little things to make it better, but for the most part, it's starting to somewhat come together. Okay, now in terms of getting the windows and doors, that's one thing that you want to note. I have a 4x6 window fixed, so I'm going to go insert a window. We'll note that a 4x6 isn't available, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit type. I'm going to duplicate it. Again, I'm going to call it 4x6, so it's going to be a 48 by 6 times, so what is that, 72? Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to make it 4x6 feet. Boom. There we go. And I'm going to place them where they're at. I'm about to end my recording. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Last thing I'd want to note, the other windows and doors are pretty standard, just because it's important. I want to make sure all the windows are facing out. And then now I can insert the other windows. Let's go ahead and insert your standard, what did I have? 3x2? 4 foot by 3 foot, okay. So then